Good morning, everyone. Thanks for being here. My name is Joe Austin. I'm the head football coach at Southwestern University. Allow me to welcome you to our 7th annual Southwestern Football Kickoff Luncheon. Stop that. We're going to move quickly to lunch because that's what you're here for. There's 3 good things that make a good lunch event. One is free food, right? The second one is you got to get done on time. And then you have to give away stuff. So we're going to check all 3 boxes. And we're going to get to food quickly. Before we do that, to do our invocation, I'd like to introduce Southwestern University's campus chaplain, Reverend Megan Danner.
So good morning, almost afternoon now. We're going to start with a prayer, but recognizing that we all come from a variety of spiritual traditions and religious understandings, if prayer is not a part of that tradition for you, then I just invite this to be a moment of calm and deep breathing in what is otherwise a very busy day. But if prayer is a part of that tradition for you, then I invite you to pray with me. God of all life, we thank you for this gathering today. We thank you for this community that rallies around Southwestern sports. God, I pray that as we look forward to this upcoming season, you would remind us that you have created us to be playful people, that you have invited us to cheer loudly and to support this team. God, I pray that you would bless this food to nourish our bodies today, that it might energize us for the work that is ahead in the rest of today and in the rest of this season. We thank you again for this community and for all the ways that you are working in it. It's in your name we pray. Amen.
Thank you. So this is the smartest gathering in Georgetown, so I know we can work our way through the buffet quickly. 2 sides, we can go 2 on each side. And while we do that, we'll dim the lights. We'll show you our 2018 season documentary. When that gets finished, I'll be back up here in 20 minutes, and we'll tell you all about the 2019 season, introduce a bunch of returning players, unveil the schedule. As I said, we'll get you out on time. Enjoy lunch. Thank you. Please continue to enjoy lunch, but we're going to continue with our program. It takes a few minutes for the lights to come up, which is no problem. This event falls right in the middle of the day for students, so not all of our Spirit Squad students could make it, not all of the players that wanted to could make it, but we have a lot of students here that are going to get a chance to meet throughout the program. And without further ado, to get us going, I'd like to introduce the Southwestern Spirit Squad. Well done. Thank you very, very much. Welcome again to our 7th annual Kickoff Luncheon. Big event for us. We unveil the schedule. We talk about corporate partnerships and thank our corporate partners. And we get a chance for folks to see some of the senior players and notable players with their helmets off, so you know what they look like. Usually they have their helmets on and all that. So we're going to move through. I want to spend some time thanking our corporate partners. They're very important to our program. They allow us to do things such as improve our facilities, more comfortable travel for the players. A lot of them are big. Enough food. Not that the school doesn't support us, but our corporate partners are going to let us do some amazing things and have an amazing experience. And we've built a really good group of corporate partners. If you are here today, we have a thank you gift for you. I'll go ahead and stand up. We can recognize you, and we'll try to have our coaches help distribute some of these things. Antioch, Georgetown, I know Pastor Comer's here. Thank you. Roger Chappell, Berkshire Hathaway. I don't think Roger missed a coach's show, a game, anything. Roger is 100%. He's been at more things than I've been at, I think. Boomtown Escapes. I know Blake Nicholson's here. Capital One. Chick-fil-A Georgetown. City of Georgetown. I know Lori Brewer RSVP'd, she must not be able to make it. Chisholm Trail Pediatrics. CJ Sports Bar. And CJ's Catering. Another amazing lunch. I haven't eaten yet. Was Frito pie good? Yes. 2 types of chili. Oh, yeah. Frito pie is always a good lunch, right? Double Dave's Pizza. Eagles Wings. I saw Jerome Morales come in. First Texas Bank, the whole table. Peggy Gilbert. Gary Brown, Peggy Brown. Georgetown Shirt Company. The Moonies were not able to make it. Now when you exit, Georgetown Shirt Company's made some commemorative t-shirts for the event, so make sure you go back to the registration table. Of course, we make you stay the whole time to get a t-shirt now, right? You've gotten smart. You've gotten smart. On your way out, you can do that. Also, you'll notice that there are some donation envelopes. I talked about corporate partners. Individual donations are also really important. If you have the ability to make a contribution today, we'd be very, very grateful. You can drop those. There's a lockbox at the t-shirt table. We'd be very appreciative for any gifts today. Georgetown Title. HEB. Don Hewlett Chevrolet. Hillstone at Wolf Ranch. John F. Lewis, CPA. John, have you been at all 7 of these? I think so. Mama Foods. K&N Management, Mighty Fine and Rudy's. Minuteman Georgetown, Blake Nicholson. Minuteman produced the schedule cards. Feel free to take those with you. Put them up on the refrigerator. You'll know where you need to be and when you need to be there. Monument Cafe. Primerica. Derek had to step out. Get him his. Our Bank. Schlotski's Austin Eatery. It's our lunch rush too. I know why Michelle's not here. She's busy. Sheridan Austin Georgetown Hotel and Conference Center. South Star Bank. Texel Credit Union. Big and Turnip Seed Real Estate. Upstream Investment Partner, Scott Olson. Scott's in the middle. Wolf Ranch Town Center. Thank you again to all of our corporate partners. As Marissa and I are active in our community, our corporate partners are kind of a who's who of who supports our community. A lot of people that have been with us since the beginning, some new folks that we're just getting to know. If you'd like to be a part of this group, I know this is too small to read. The point is we do a lot for you. We have different levels. We offer a lot of benefits. We go to great lengths to make sure that we can get all those benefits to you. We have some brochures, again, at the t-shirt table on the way out. Talk to any of our development folks. Talk with me. We'd love to visit with you about being a part of our corporate partner team. Let's talk about the 2018 season before we move on. It was our second year in the American Southwest Conference, which as you hopefully know as fans of ours, it's one of the best conferences in the country. So you can see how the Division I conferences were ranked and how the Division III conferences were ranked. And football is not the same. You can't just roll out the ball anywhere in the country and expect all the teams to be relatively equal. For the second straight year, we played 5 top 25 teams in our 10-game season. That's what the SEC teams do. When you play in that Division I conference or in the ACC, you're playing that many ranked teams. And so we're playing at a really high level of football. Some of our accomplishments are 3rd consecutive winning seasons. So every year we've had a full football team. It took us 3 years to grow. But every year we've had a full football team, we've had a winning season. That's quite an accomplishment. There are no players on our campus that have ever had a losing season as college football players. Of course, it's up to them to back that up now. It's up to our coaches. But we've got a really good thing going. The national recognition at our level, there's a lag to it. There's 254 teams in our division, twice as many in Division I. So it's really tough for people that are rankers, either in the media or coaches, to know how good you are. You have to win years and years in a row before you get recognized. Well, this year the recognition began to come. We had our first ever ranking in the D3Football.com media poll, our first ever ranking in the AFCA coaches poll. Our highest ranking was number 26 in the nation. Remember, that's at 254 teams. So if that were Division I, that's like being ranked 13th. That's not bad. And then we finished the season ranked 31 in the Hansen rating, 31 in the Massey rating, and number 41 in the AFCA coaches poll. Some visuals. We'll get to meet some of these all-conference players coming up. Fred Hover and A.J. Daniels were both first-team all-conference. As quarterback and as tight end, you can see we set a lot of school records. And we'll talk about this as we go through. Some individual performance. Evan Villastrigo was a freshman safety who in his first ever career start set the single game record for tackles in the game with 17. That's a good way to break into the lineup. He looks so little in this picture. I saw him yesterday in the weight room. I can assure you he's a little bit bigger now. But he's big enough to make 17 tackles, and that's not bad. Tavon Gwynn, freshman wide receiver, set the school record averaging 22 yards per catch. Fred Hover set all kinds of records, as Fred usually does. He'll be a big person for us to fill in for next year. Here's all the single game records that he set. Kalen Heim set several records also. He tied Tavon with the yards per catch record. He set the record for total offense per play, and he set the record for all-purpose yards per game. Good job, Kalen. Will Herbst set the most kicking points record with 11 in our last game against Texas Lutheran. David Brandenburg set the single game record for longest reception of 91 yards and average yards per reception in a game at 19.2. We'll meet David here in a few minutes. And of course, we continue to do well academically. We have a record number of Scholar Pirates in our program. These are high-achieving academic student athletes. We have 42, I believe, right now, who qualify for all of our parameters to be Scholar Pirates. So they're not only getting it done on the field, they continue to get it done academically, and they're doing a great job in that area also. We're going to try to meet some of these guys, returning all-conference players or returning team MVPs that were able to make it. I see Ben and Kaylin and David. I know a few of you guys are here. When you come up, go ahead and tell us who you are, where you're from, what you're studying, a little bit about yourself. Come on, Kaylin. I'm going to be introducing you as well. Not all these folks are able to make it, but we're going to go through and show you who some of our notable returning players are. Players that are returning all-conference players and are returning team MVPs. David, you're up first.
All right. Hello, everyone. First off, thank you all for coming. Ooh, I almost ticked down. We appreciate your support a lot. It means the world to us. I'm David Brandenburg. I'm a senior. I'm studying business. I'm from Spring, Texas, just north of Houston. Is there anything else I'm missing? I think I checked them all. I'm studying business. I think I checked that. Okay. Yeah, thank you again for coming. Appreciate it.
So you'll notice David introduced himself as a senior. After the last second of the last game, everyone in football is a year older. So when he says he's a senior to be, because that's how we look at things. Landry Bray is graduating. He was also a wide receiver who was all conference. Ben Brockman is here.
You stay in front of it. Once again, thank everybody for coming here today. We appreciate all the support we get from the community. But like it says, I'm Ben Brockman. I'm from West Texas, a little town called Greenwood. I play linebacker here at Southwestern. I'm a junior to be, and I'm studying education. Hopefully be a coach and teacher one day.
Both David and Ben are two-time all-conference players. David transferred in from Kansas, and both years he's played for us has been all-conference, and Ben has been all-conference both years as well. David Alvin Quinton is a graduating offensive lineman. He's actually interning with us, so now he's coach DQ instead of just being player DQ. We have a lot of folks that go into coaching. Hopefully we can do a good job mentoring and developing these players to move to that. Hayden Smith is a junior outside linebacker. He will be a senior, honorable mention, all conference as well. Kalen Hine.
I'd like to tell everybody thank you for coming again. Name's Kalen Heim. I play running back, studying business, and just want to be a successful businessman. And then once again, I want to say thank you for everybody that comes, and thank you for your support.
Kalen didn't tell us where he's from. He's from Venus. Literally, Venus, Texas. Aaron Robinson will be a senior. He returned to our team after a year off. He's multiple-time all-conference. He was all-conference first team in the old SCAC, and now he's all-conference again in the ASC. James Matt's a graduating offensive guard. Both of our guards were all-conference. AJ Daniels mentioned it before. He was first-team all-conference tight end. AJ's a pro hopeful. He signed with an agent for the Canadian Football League. He has 3 teams that are bringing him in for tryouts. So AJ is very busy this spring training for what hopefully will be the next phase of his career. Fred Hover is a name that probably lots of folks that have known, has been our starting quarterback for 3 years. He's graduating. He holds about every record that we've ever tabulated for single games, for seasons, for careers, and it'll be interesting to have our younger quarterbacks and new quarterbacks step in and pick up where Fred left off. And Garrett Womack was elected our defensive team MVP. He'll be returning. Garrett's going to be a senior defensive end. So these are some of the notable players that are returning that have had high accolades. Thanks again, guys, for coming up. We appreciate it. Let's talk about the schedule. So the American Southwest Conference is a big conference. There's 10 teams, which means you have 9 conference games. And every few years, the conference juggles the order that you play teams. They juggle the home and away. And then it leaves us with only 1 non-conference game. In our division, you play 10 regular season games. We have 9 in the conference and 1 non-conference game. SHN will be our broadcast home again. Rob Hipp is in the back. Thank you, Rob, for being here. Last fall was SHN's first year with us. We feel like they really raised the quality of our broadcast. They raised the streamability, the viewability. They did a great job with graphics. They did a great job with the announcing. And we're really happy to have Rob back. He's got other things in store as far as how they can improve their broadcast, but they're doing a great job. You'll be able to watch a rebroadcast on their YouTube channel. If you're not an SHN YouTube follower and you use YouTube for anything, you'll get our content sent right to you. They do a great highlight package every week. It can come right to your inbox if you subscribe to their YouTube channel. So if you miss a game and you want to see the highlights, Rob and the crew at SHN do a great job with that. So begin with our non-conference game, week 1, September 7th. We're going to be going to Sewanee, Tennessee, up in the Smoky Mountains. Sewanee is in the same conference that Austin College and Trinity are, who were former conference members for football for us. They defeated Austin and lost to Trinity while posting a 4-6 record. It's a 1 o'clock opening game. It's not as hot up in the mountains in Tennessee. If you're wondering why we're playing a 1 o'clock opener, you can't do that in Texas. But you can do that on the road. So that'll be a flight game for us. For some of our players, they've done it before. For some of them, it'll be their first flight game. But it's always a great experience when they get to have a little bit of travel. Then we move into our conference schedule. Louisiana College is our first conference game. They're a school out of Pineville, Louisiana. They're coming to us again. They were 5-4 in the conference last year, 5-5 overall. That'll be our home opener and one of our 2 night games. Of course, in September, we need night games. So 6 p.m. on September 21st against Louisiana College. Texas Lutheran has moved up. They're now higher on our schedule. We've always played them, except for our very first game, we've always played them the last game of the year. This year they've moved up. I don't know if they're ready to see us, but our guys are always ready to see them. They've become a really big rival. It's the only team now that we played every year. They were with us in the SCAC. They were with us to the ASC. Our guys talk trash about them. They talk trash about us. It's awesome. It's a really fun game to play in. Last year, of course, we beat them for the 4th consecutive time, 59-35. It wasn't that close. It was 59-7 in the 4th quarter, and then they scored 28 points against our freshmen. Good for them. Here's what the scoreboards look like. We like to show people these of our last 2 games with Texas Lutheran, since they're a rival of ours. Beat them at home, beat them away. This year we get to go play them on the road. Sul Ross State's out of Alpine, Texas. They're coming to town on October 5th for homecoming. Homecoming's always an afternoon game for us. Last year we had a great game against them, beat them 55-7. We held them to the best rushing defense in any game in our conference. We held them to -3 rushing yards. It's the best that anyone did in a game last year. We go to Jackson, Mississippi the next week on October 12th to play Belhaven. It was a real windy game. If you can remember, we adjusted the start time to try to get it in, dodging some lightning and some wind, but we held them off 21-7. It really wasn't all that close. Our defense was in control of the game the whole day. We ran for over 400 yards and controlled the clock. So it was a smaller score, but still a pretty decisive victory for us last year. Mary Hardin Baylor, the defending national champions, come to us October 19th. We like that some of these top teams have moved down in our schedule. We always feel that we play better as the season goes on. And so to have these teams a little bit later, we think will be good for us. They had a great season, undefeated in our conference, undefeated throughout the nation. In the playoffs, they beat the number 2, 3, 4, and 6 teams in the country. I mean, they earned it. They had a tough bracket, and they beat everybody. We go to McMurray for the 2nd year in a row, up in Abilene. Last year we handled them 37-6 in our conference opener. We go up there on October 26th. So 3 November games this year, just how the schedule fell. In November, we play another really good conference team. East Texas Baptist spent 8 weeks in the national rankings before they fell out. We play them at home on November 2nd. So for our first 6 years, we played them week 3 every time. It's another team that we were happy that they moved down. ETBU is a team that always feels really good at the beginning of the season. They come in really confident, and then if they lose a couple games, some of the starch gets knocked out of them. So hopefully they'll have lost a couple times when they come to our place, and it'll be a good time for us to take them out also. But they're a very good football team. Howard Payne's out of Brownwood. Last year we won 54-17. They'll be coming to our place on November 9th. And then we'll end the season with Hardin Simmons. They finished the season ranked 5th in the nation. They lost to Mary Hardin Baylor in the playoffs in the first round, a tough matchup for them. They are legitimately a top 10 team every season, and that'll be our regular season ending game on November 16th. So as you look at the schedule overall, there's fewer night games because we have fewer September games. Last year we played 5 September games. This year our bye week falls in September, and it's a different calendar. So we only play 3 times in September. That gives us more cooler games in October and November, and less times that we have to play at night. Some folks like the night games, some folks don't. So that's your overall schedule. Again, you have the poster, little schedule poster card you can take with you, and we'll get this on our website so you can make your plans. So now that you know when the games are, you got to know how to get tickets. If you are a season ticket holder, we have renewals open. You can go online to our fan zone. I'll show you how to do that in a second. You can renew your season tickets. You can also buy season tickets if you're not a season ticket holder. It is less expensive to buy a season ticket than come to the box office every Saturday. If you come for a single game ticket, it's $10. If you buy them as a package, it's only $40. So you get one free, right? Am I doing my math correct? So you buy a season ticket, you get a free game. We have a senior price that's even more discounted at $35. And here's a seat map of the reserved seats on our home side. So go to our fan zone. Here's a look at southwesternpirates.com. And if I can find my arrow, you're going to go to the fan zone, and it's going to go to take you to buy football tickets. And you're going to click on buy football tickets. If it's your first time in, you'll create a profile. That way we can contact you for renewals in the future. If you already have a profile, you can go in and get your same seats if that's what you want. You can change seats. If you have seats from last year, they are being held through May. After May, your tickets will be released, and we'll try to do the best job we can. I know last year we didn't do a great job with getting renewal notices out. We will do a better job with that this year. So I told you I'd get done on time. We're definitely getting done on time. We've talked about the season. We've eaten some Frito pie, and we met some players. That's a good lunch, right? Well, let's make it better. Let's give some stuff away. I think our Spirit Squad group is going to come help me distribute some of these things. Can one of you guys grab me the basket? We have a lot to give away. We've got a lot of gear. We've got some game jerseys. We've got some season ticket packages. We've got a lot going on. Here comes our Spirit Squad. So if you must be present to win and all that stuff. All right, what do we have first? We're going to do some t-shirts first. Erica Herman. More t-shirts. Jeanette Holiday. Got a love note I got to unwrap. Howard Bellis. Dana Luna. Southwestern football polo. I feel like this is going to fall. This is a better way to do this. Jose Alego. I don't think I did that right, Jose. I apologize. Stephanie Featherstone. Andy Comer. You gonna pick him out for me? No. Special guest picker? And what are you doing up here? These folks got places to go. All right. Suzanne George. That is an authentic game uniform, Suzanne. But don't worry, it doesn't smell. No one's worn that one. But that is an authentic, retired game uniform. Jerome Morales. Southwestern football polo. David Smith. Another t-shirt. Joan Parks. Joan have to leave? Joan had to leave. Shorty. Shorty leave? No, he's still here. Shorty only has one name around here. Daniel Orozco. Get an authentic Nike Southwestern Pirate game jersey. Harold Wright. Southwestern Polo. See, my giveaways are as long as my presentation. This is the best lunch ever. Daniel Shea. You don't have to steal Colton shorts anymore. You got your own. Bob Novello. Raymond Grant. Last t-shirt. Oops, dropped it somewhere. Bob Wilson. Roger Chappell. See, Roger, you come to enough stuff, you get something, right? Anita Drake. Debbie Sandifer. Jeff Pareja. Where's Jeff at? Jeff leave? Jeff had to leave. Maria Kruger. Yes. Sorry. John Keys. Monica Johnson. Harold Wright. Okay. Lizette Tandy. All right, our last game jersey. Joanne Dennis. All right, now we have a voucher for 2 season tickets. Scott Olson. And our last prize of the day, 2 more season tickets. Sue Smith. Awesome. Well, thank you again for being here. It's exciting for us to get the season going. We're in spring football. The guys are doing fantastic. Look forward to seeing everyone throughout the community, and we'll see you next September at Burkle Stadium. Thanks, everybody.